So glad to see you, kiddos. I feel like it's been forever since we hung out. You smell that? You don't smell that? You don't smell the smell of dusty dirt and animals and sweat? Oh, I thought for sure you would have smelled it. Because I'm on a farm, like a real actual farm. How cool is that? Now you're probably thinking, girl, what are you doing on a farm?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Who said that?
Whoa, take it easy. It's just me.
Grace, oh goodness, you gotta stop sneaking up on me like that.
My bad. But seriously, why are you on a farm? Did you get lost?
Lost? Look at me. Do I look like the type of man that gets lost?
Well, there was that one time you got lost inside the McDonald's bathroom for almost a whole day.
Someone had turned the lights off and it was dark and I was terrified, okay?
Alright, but seriously, why are you there?
Well, you know my cousin Cletus, right?
The one that tips over cows and has a fear of the color yellow?
That's the one. Well, he owns this farm and he's at a state tractor pull this month, so that's why I'm here.
So you get to take care of the farm while he's gone?
I sure do. Isn't that exciting?
Totally. I mean, that's such a cool opportunity. Kinda intimidating though.
Wait, why would you say that?
Oh, nothing. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Grace, tell me.
Okay, well, it's nothing huge. I just know that comes with a lot of responsibility. Chores, feeding the animals, doing repairs, that kind of stuff. But I'm sure you're gonna do great.
Oh yeah, I think so. I'm great at all that stuff.
But what about the mornings?
Mornings? I love mornings.
Well, I mean, don't farmers usually have to get up before the sun sometimes? Like, in the dark?
What?
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Did he leave a list or a schedule?
Sure, it says it right here. I have to get up before the sun. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I'm afraid of the dark. This is the McDonald's bathroom fiasco all over again.
Hey, Carl, breathe. You'll be okay. God will still be with you even in the dark.
What? How can you be so sure?
Well, you remember Peter?
Jesus' disciple? Of course I do.
Well, he went through some pretty dark days, and I think you could learn a lot from him.
Okay, well, what happened to him?
So check this out. It says in Matthew chapter 26 that Jesus was talking to Peter, and he told him something pretty shocking.
What was it?
Jesus said that Peter would deny him 3 times that night.
What does that mean?
It basically meant that Peter would tell others that he wasn't friends with Jesus 3 times.
What? Why would he do that?
Peter had no idea what Jesus was talking about. He told Jesus he would never do that. But Jesus told him, "Truly I tell you," Jesus answered, "this very night before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times.
Hey, I got roosters here.
So Peter was confused. But later, Jesus was captured by soldiers and taken away.
Aw, I really don't like this part. What they did to Jesus was messed up.
Yeah, it really was. They didn't like that Jesus was changing things up and teaching people a better way to follow God. Anyway, while that was happening, Peter and the disciples followed and watched.
Did Peter help Jesus?
Well, there wasn't much Peter could do. He stood by, and while he was there watching, a lady came up to him and asked if he was the one that she had seen with Jesus. And because Peter was scared he would also get in trouble, he said, "No, I don't know what you're talking about."
Whoa, Peter just denied Jesus.
Then Peter walked out through a gate, and there was a younger girl there that looked at Peter and recognized him. She said, "This was the man who was with Jesus." And Peter once again said, "I do not know that man."
Oh man, Peter, you just did it a second time.
It was at this time Peter began to become nervous and frustrated, because a little while after, more people confronted him. A group of people said, "Surely you must know this man." They had heard the way Peter talked and assumed he and Jesus were from the same town.
What did Peter do?
Well, he got really mad and swore, "I do not know that man." And at that time, a rooster crowed.
Whoa, that was it. Peter denied Jesus 3 times, just like Jesus predicted it. What happened next?
Well, Peter realized what he had done. So he went out and began to cry. He was extremely upset he had turned his back on Jesus. This was a very dark time in Peter's life.
Sounds like it. Man, that's such a bummer.
It really is. And I tell you this story not to bum you out, but to help you realize something.
What's that?
That we can stick with Jesus when our days get dark. You see, Peter had the choice to stick with Jesus or not. And when things got too scary, he backed away. So Peter may not have stuck by Jesus then, which I get. He was afraid for his life. But we can learn from his story that we can make a different choice. Can you guess what that is?
Stick with Jesus?
Yep. Even when you're feeling fearful, sticking with Jesus is the best choice. Now, that may look different depending on the situation. We can stick with Jesus by standing up for the truth, or by sharing the story of Jesus with others, or even asking God for courage to carry out your morning farm chores in the dark.
You're totally right. I know being in the dark is kind of scary, but it's something I gotta do. Plus, I know that if I do that, my faith in Jesus is only going to grow.
Kind of like those crops you're growing on the farm.
Yes, just like that. Grace, thanks so much for helping me today. I really appreciate it.
No problem. If you need help with anything else, let me know.
Well, I mean, I have like a ton of manure if you want to help me shovel it.
Oh, would you look at that? It's time for the big idea. I wish I could, Carl, but I gotta go. See ya. Hey there, kids. It's time to rise and shine because our big idea today is I can stick with Jesus when my day is dark. So let's say it out loud on the count of 3 in our biggest farmer voice, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. I can stick with Jesus when my day is dark. Perfect. Well, that wraps up our time here today. Tune in next week and we will check back in with Farmer Carl. See you later.